Okay, Clive, what are the muscle groups utilized in the power clean?
The muscle groups utilized in the power clean are the ischius, soleus, hamstring, quadriceps, gluteus, biceps, trapezius, and deltoids.
What are the techniques involved in the power clean?
First, ensure that the appropriate weight is loaded onto the rack on the bar. Next, approach the rack and grip the bar with an overhand grip, slightly shoulder width apart. Lift the bar off the rack and take a few steps back. Ensure that your feet are hip width apart, the toes pointing forward. Next, take a small dip and lower the bar, flexing your knees and hips into a deadlift position. Next, extend your knees and hips to accelerate the bar alongside your trunk up in an upright row. Next, when the bar is at chest height, flip your wrist and catch the bar in a front squat position with your elbows forward and parallel to the ground under the bar, flexing your knees and hips in a front squat position. Next, extend your knees and hips to stand back up. Then return the bar back to its original position in front of your thighs. Then complete one repetition. Repeat the steps.
What are the safety precautions?
The safety precautions include keeping your back straight throughout the whole execution of the power clean to ensure that there is no excessive stress placed on your back, which could cause back injury to your back over time. Also, ensure that your knees do not exceed your toes when catching the bar in the front squat position, as it may place extra pressure on your knees, which could cause damage to your knees.
What are the variation exercises?
The variation exercises for power clean. As power clean is consisting of three basic exercises. The three main exercises for the variation exercises are deadlift, front squat, and upright row.
Clive, what are the muscle groups utilized in the shoulder press?
The muscle groups utilized in the shoulder press are the pectorals, deltoid, trapezius, supraspinatus, serratus anterior.
What are the techniques involved in the shoulder press?
Approach the bar that is loaded on the rack with the appropriate weight. Next, go under the bar and grip the bar with an overhand grip, slightly shoulder width apart. Lift the bar off the rack and take a few steps back. Ensure that your legs are hip width apart, knees micro bend or one leg forward in a slight lunge position. Next, extend your elbows and lift the bar vertically upwards above your head. Next, lower the bar, flexing your elbows and turn the bar back to its original position, resting on your shoulders. That completes one repetition. Inhale during flexion, and exhale during extension. Repeat the steps.
What are the safety precautions?
The safety precautions include keeping your back straight at all times during the execution of shoulder press to ensure that your back does not bend or over up that can cause lower back muscle strains or pull back muscles during the exercise. Also, ensure that there are spotters to assist you in case the weight is too heavy. Do not lock your elbows as hyperextension of the elbows can cause excess stress to be on your shoulders, which can cause elbow impingement, which can cause damage to the soft tissues within your elbow joint.
What are the variation exercises?
The variation exercises include dumbbell shoulder press, push press, and standing military press.
Clive, what are the muscle groups utilized in the back squat?
The muscle groups utilized in the back squat are the gastrocnemius, soleus, quadriceps, hamstring, and gluteus.
What are the techniques involved in the bench squat?
Ensure that the appropriate weight is loaded onto the rack on the bar. Next, go under the bar and grip the bar, shoulder width, with overhand grip, slightly shoulder width apart, evenly on the bar. And rest the bar on your shoulders. Lift the bar off the rack and take a few steps back. Next, flex your knees and hips to lower the bar vertically downwards into a squatting position until your thighs are parallel to the ground. Next, extend your knees and hips and stand back up. That completes one repetition. Repeat the steps. Inhale during flexion and exhale during extension.
What are the safety precautions?
The safety precautions include keeping your back straight at all times to prevent excessive stress on your back, which will cause injury over time. Next, keep your knees. Make sure that your knees are flexing in the same direction as your toes are pointing. If not, it could cause a vagus collapse, which could cause damage to your knees and may result in patellofemoral pain, tearing of the anterior cruciate ligament, or iliotibial band syndrome. And also make sure that your knees do not exceed your toes to prevent excessive stress on your knees.
What are the variation exercises?
The variation exercises include front squats, deadlifts, and hamstring curl.
Clive, what are the muscle groups utilized in the bench press?
The muscle groups utilized in the bench press are pectorals, trapezius, deltoids, and triceps.
What are the techniques involved in the bench press?
First, approach the bench with the appropriate weight loaded on the bar on the rack. Then lie down with your eye directly underneath the bar. Then rest your feet on the bench itself or on the leg rest. Then grab the bar with your overhand grip slightly shoulder width apart. Lift the bar off the rack. Next, flex your elbows to bring the bar slightly above chest height. Then extend your elbows to return the bar back to its original position. Then complete one repetition. Inhale during flexion and exhale during extension. Repeat the steps.
What are the safety precautions?
The safety precautions include ensuring that your back is flat on the bench at all times to prevent excessive stress to be placed on your back, which could cause lower back strains. And also make sure there are spotters to assist you if the weight is too heavy. Also ensure that you do not attempt weights beyond your limits. Also make sure that you do not lock your elbows, as locking of elbows could cause elbow impingement, which could cause damage to the soft tissues within your elbow joint.
What are the variation exercises?
The variation exercises include push-up and machine chest fly.
Clive, can you explain the relevance of your weight training to your sport in volleyball?
My weight training program is designed for maximum strength off-season weight training program. The intensity of the exercises is about 85% to 100%. This weight training program trains both my upper body and lower body. From this maximum strength program, can be changed into power and endurance exercises. For upper body exercises, I have the upper row portion of the bar clean, shoulder press, as well as bench press. This trains my pectorals, deltoids, triceps, trapezius, and rotator cuff muscles. With strength in these muscles, I will be able to spike the ball harder in volleyball or perform my overhead pass, which can have more strength in the overhead pass. It also increases stability in the shoulder joint for blocking. Training the rotator cuff muscles also prevents injuries, overuse injuries of the shoulder joint, which is usually associated with players of the sport due to the repetitive motions of the arm about the shoulder joint. For lower body exercises, I have bar clean and front squats. This trains my soleus, gastrocnemius, hamstring, quadriceps, and gluteus muscles. For these muscles, when these muscles are stronger, I will be able to jump higher and for a spike or jumping overhead pass or a block. It also allows me to run faster around the court during defense. For these muscles, these exercises also boost my endurance of these muscles, which allows me to keep in the low form squatting position for a defensive position, which is performed throughout the game. when these muscles are stronger, it also reduces the load and stress on the knees and ankle joints, which prevents overuse injuries over time. For the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles that are strengthened, it prevents ankle injuries, which also are associated regularly with the sport. When I jump near the net and accidentally land on something or someone else's leg, the ankle injuries that I sustain might not be as serious as without strengthening of the ankle, and instability causes ankle sprains and injuries.